everybody, and welcome back to Gale and Darling's Pokemon Nuzlocke Run. I'm Gale.
Hi.
He's Darling.
Yes.
We make the worst comedy duo ever. Well, I wouldn't say the worst. I'm sure there are people who are really boring and really bad.
Yeah. Can't.
Well, of course you can't think of them off the top of your head.
I was trying to. I
Because
can't think of an. Well, one I can't.
they fail and therefore aren't thought of.
I can think of notoriously bad famous comedians. I can't think of notoriously bad famous comedy duos. If you can barely make it alone, you're not gonna make it with someone else.
Yeah.
No, that's not a true statement. Sorry.
Yes, Mr. Darcy learned double kick. That's great, Mr. Darcy. Now you can face rock types.
Now, let me make sure everyone's healed up and see if I can level anyone off of this Team Rocket Grunt. First was a level 11 Sand Shrew. Our Pokemon Gangsters. We strike fear with our strength.
So strong.
I stand in a cave.
I stand in the cave.
I don't know if there's something they ever addressed in the new games, like Sun, Moon, or Beyond, but I think the weirdest part of Pokemon universe for me. So, Kath, Deer and I will talk a lot about, like, oh, this is basically just a utopia where there's no war, there's no famines, like, anything can be solved by some mystic Pokemon that fixes every problem ever. But I don't understand the concept of people just standing there. Like, 24/7. Well, there's never night anyway in these games. But 24/7 just standing, staring off into the distance, waiting for someone to make eye contact so they can be irrelevant human. Like, that's where I'm like, that's the universe element that I'm not quite on board with.
But I feel like it's not... Like, every game has, like, that mechanic in some way. Just NPCs that just stay in the same place and walk back and forth in, like, one spot.
Yeah, but, like, even, like, walk back and forth is, like, a bit nicer than just...
Hey, some of these guys, they turn. They move.
You're right, some of them do have a path.
Maybe they're just busy training, and so they're standing there, and theoretically you're supposed to imagine the Pokemon being there too, doing cool moves.
Yeah, they're shadow boxing.
Gotta train.
Nothing with nothing.
Hey, some are near grass. They're small
Maybe
Pokemon.
this is all just like nature meditation. Maybe they're all just like...
Oh, yoga or something?
Yeah, just like the nature bath, just like 15 minutes in a forest will make you happy for the day kind of thing. I'm not risking. These aren't even that strong. I can definitely take these, but I'm not risking anything.
I'd be willing to test that out. Let's go into a forest 15 minutes every day and see if it cures all our ails.
Sure, I get up at 6:30. You're gonna have to do it before then.
But sleep.
Let's level up Frittata. Let's see if I can get you. Eradicate 16 abouts?
Yeah, I want to say yes.
Supersonic. First one in the game.
Woo! Finally.
So excited for my Pokemon to do 8 damage to itself. That's almost a third of its health bar.
Look, that's how Zubats defend themselves in the wild. The wild is a lawless place.
Please, just one shot. Okay, thank you.
I get nervous around this scientist guy.
He gets nervous too.
We're both just sitting there.
I mean, that's
Super
what most
nerd.
scientists do, right?
Yeah, that is totally what scientists do. You are 100% correct.
Don't you have like a science degree?
I have 2 science degrees. That is what we do. We go,
I mean, you know. Is there anything down here? Oh yeah, several things down here.
Oh yeah, that's where I am.
Oh, cool.
Now you can pass me and I can use you as a cheat sheet. Oh, good gracious!
You looked over at my screen
2 seconds!
for 2 seconds.
2 seconds! Oh god, I don't... How much does double kick? I don't want to put in any other Pokemon because it's an electric type and it uses Thunder Shock, but I mean, realistically, Romeo is probably
Oh yeah,
fine.
you're still gonna be fine with that, but your other option is a flying type.
Let me look at double kick. It's 100, so it'll be fine. Because it won't miss. If it was like 95, I would
Your
switch
speed is
out.
going to be better, right?
It has been so far. If it suddenly changed, I would be very angry.
That one was close.
It was a bit close, but Mr. Darcy got stronger. And now it's a Voltorb, but we are changing. Romeo,
This fight
please
is
save me,
annoying.
Romeo. Bless you. Water gun on that Voltorb. It'll never see it coming. Oh, it's using charge. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We're alive. We're safe. Romeo would never miss such an important water gun, correct, Romeo? The legitimate fear I have at that statement.
Okay.
Good old Romeo. Level 18. Such a good boy. Pokemon won't do.
I don't have a good feeling about this fight, but I'm gonna try to get one shot in.
It's a steel type.
So normal's not gonna do anything.
And normals is no. Bless you! Also, you are bug poison. Just in case you thought you were flying.
I know.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Should I go back? I don't want to just, like, waste a bunch of potions here when I can just walk back and get more XP.
We got the star piece, so we can, if it's about gold, you don't have to worry about that too much.
It's about gold. It's not about gold, it's about Pokédollars. The best unit of currency. I need to change our D&D campaign to only revolve around Pokemon units of currency. What is the exchange rate of Poké currency? Don't know. What? Can I move it into silver and copper Poké currency? Don't know.
What would be, okay, so let's go copper, silver, electrum, gold, platinum. What Pokemon would be on each? Copper's gotta be a bug type. Copper's gotta be like a bug type or Rattata.
Knowing Pokemon, they'd probably use a normal type. So, probably, let's stay Cantonian in nature. Probably would be like a Rattata. Just a basic... What?
Sorry, there's a pun in there, there's a pun somewhere that I need to make later. Kantian versus Cantonian. Someone will laugh about that somewhere.
If you are that one person in the distance who laughed, put your name in the
philosopher. Kantian is a thing.
If you were the one person who got that, write in the comments.
How? It wasn't even funny. It's just the fact that they sound similar.
But yeah, so copper, then next is silver or electrum?
Silver.
Silver. Silver.
I was kind of thinking maybe like a Machop.
I was thinking like a water type.
Yeah, it'd probably be. They do look for water types. But not like Lapras. Good.
No.
Maybe just like a Poliwrath.
Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl. Okay, we'll go Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl. Okay. Then Electrum?
Then I think...
Or is it gold?
I think it's Electrum, then gold.
Yeah,
Electrum is the weird one. It's like the ancient currency or something.
So for that, I mean, ancient and electric Pokemon.
I was thinking just like unknown for Electrum, even though it has electric in the name.
But that's not a Kanto Pokemon.
Alright, Sandshrew, and then Pikachu for gold, and then something incredibly high level.
Mewtwo for platinum? Well, no, Mewtwo. I wouldn't say Mewtwo because in the lore, there's like one Mewtwo and it was just made.
Yeah, I would say, what would be a good...
Articuno? Dragonite?
I was thinking Dragonite. There aren't a lot of high-level steel types. Otherwise, I'd say like Magnemite.
Macbeth learned Quick Attack, which is great. If Macbeth wasn't already so handsome, suave, and fast already. I believe in complimenting my Pokemon heavily. I think that'll make them do better. You know, instead of Darling's method of tearing them down.
My method speaks truth.
My method speaks from, like, the heart of the cards, but, like, Pokemon. I believe in the heart of these pixelated creatures. I believe they will get me to the end, and we will win the Elite Four with probably a trail of bodies. But we'll do it. That's the goal. Trail of bodies.
At this rate, we're gonna be like on episode 180 by the time we finally get to the Elite Four.
It's better than like the Game Grumps. They're on like, well, I mean that wouldn't be better. I think Game Grumps got to like 150. But I mean, would it be so bad to sit here with me for 180 episodes?
I'm just thinking about the fans. That needs some form of narrative progression to keep going.
What? This is.
And I know if I just watch the Game Grumps grind and level up a 10 Rattata to get to Eradicate, that's not a series I would want to keep watching.
Hey, look, I'm making progress. I don't know about you.
I'm in the same place you are.
Yeah, moving towards the exit. Just because the exit is still a distance away and we are moving very slowly does not make it not progress. She said, knowing full-heartedly that it was really not progress. It's okay. We've got all the time in the world to just, you know, make sure we get there alive.
Oh, I hit 4 times. Oh, 5 times. Oh, joyous day. Bug types are exciting. I can't do this.
Poor Beetle. He's trying so hard for you.
He is, and he's going against a Metapod that has better speed than me and is only using Harden.
Metapods, they're the fastest creatures in Kanto.
It ain't got no legs.
Don't need no
How
legs.
is it fast?
It's actually quite funny because in like the Pokemon anime, there's legitimately like Ash just picks up his Metapod. They don't show Metapod really moving.
He's body slam.
He just straight up picks him up. No, it's great because that's how Metapod evolves. Is he like picks him up and then Metapod kind of like wiggles himself and launches himself in front of a Beedrill needle, and that opens up the pod and allows him to evolve into Butterfree.
Oh.
I wish that's how Pokemon worked in the game.
Yeah, then I can just get a hammer and chisel.
That would be so much fun. You just go face
just
a Beedrill
hang
and
Caterpie
then
up in the closet to let it finish its metamorphosis. There we go. I think I win this. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm playing safe. I'm playing very, very safe, because very safe gameplay is very exciting, as we all know.
You know what? When it's just you and I'm no longer co-host because I've died, maybe the fans will be glad that someone decided to play it safe. I just, I can't.
I learned Quick Attack.
Can't do it. I've got to go. I've got to be free to get out of this goddamn mountain. though I do have to remember to get the Moonstone for Miss Darcy. And then I have to look up when I want to evolve Mr. Darcy.
Why did I use Poison Sting against Paris? Oh, right. I thought Paris was Poison type.
No, it's the worst type.
Grass type?
And?
Grass bug?
Yep.
Oh.
The worst. I love Paris. I always want to use a Parasect, but there's no point because everything that he's kind of good against also will murder him. Like you think rock types, oh that's great, grass is good, but then you realize not for bugs.
Got the escape rope. Let's switch out Beetle and let's heal up and put in Rico.
I think those are actually the Pokemon that, like, I don't want to say hate, because I don't hate any Pokemon, but I dislike using the most. Are Pokemon with types that the thing they're good against also is good against them.
Like Dragon?
Kind of, but not kind. Not really. What I mean is usually, like, they're different types. So,
Yeah.
like,
what's the...
Ghost is fine because Ghost is good against Ghost. But, like, it would be, like, someone who's, like, if it was, like, I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Amara?
Fairy Bug.
Okay.
I think that's one of them. Where, like, Fairy's good against, or I think Fairy's, like, naturally resistant to fire. I think that's how it works. Fairy's a little off for me. But, Bug isn't. And, like, lots of things hit bugs. And
that
so
was really good timing.
you're, like, trying to use other moves to be all cool and maybe some grass moves. But then you, like, get murdered by, like, a fire type, and you're just like, I thought I was supposed to be at least a little resistant, but it doesn't matter. Why am I using Gust on a Geodude? I'm not paying attention, and that is poor management skills. At least Macbeth is, like, level 15.
Yeah, dear, we have to keep this moving.
I am. It's just a Geodude. I've faced that girl already. You need to catch up to me. And
Remember
that
how
girl.
you got the gem leader boost, and now I'm catching up?
Yeah, because I waited for you. Like a good co-host. To be a good friend.
Yeah.
Also so that you can just
Wait.
cheat.
Wait, who fainted?
Who fainted?
I had one that was paralyzed. I didn't have one that was poisoned. Okay.
What?
The Pokeball that's grayed out. That might mean it's...
It's got a status effect.
Okay. I'm used to that meaning it's dead.
No, if it's like black, then it's a fainted Pokemon. If it's just gray, that means it has a status effect.
Okay, let me double check that, because I may not have been paying attention as well.
So the tables have turned.
No, because
My
I
turn
know I had to
tables.
use an antidote on someone, but I thought I did that.
I'm gonna go back and
gonna
heal.
risk this. While I do this, I will check.
Because I think once I get to the
everyone's
next...
alive. Just yeah, okay, we're good.
Once I get to the next level, I'm not coming back. Do I even have potions? I don't think I do.
I'm hoping I can go through this in one fell swoop. I have 8 more potions and 8 more antidotes.
I didn't think that far ahead to get potions. I just bought Pokeballs. I never think about potions. I'm so bad with potions in, like, normal gameplay. I'm just, like, the worst. And when it comes to being prepared with items. And I'm gonna start running from all these battles, because as much as I love the sweet XP, I'm gonna heal and move on and progress. Because you bring a good point. We're here to entertain the masses with, you know, blood, guts, and Pokemon. So we gotta bring on the guts part, which is...
We're watching Berserk?
Yeah. It's exactly what I mean by this analogy. Nothing else.
Let's throw anime into that nexus of obscure references I can make.
Okay, it's Pokemon. Pokemon is an anime.
No, yeah.
It's not necessarily obscure. Unless it's like old anime or
Berserk
not...
isn't old.
Well, I didn't. I'm not saying Berserk, but I mean, if you pull out some like Astro Boy references, that might be some obscure reference.
this guy. This is the guy.
That is the guy.
Let's use you. Okay. Oh, and I have a rare candy.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
I have 6 potions. Alright, I'm not as bad as I thought. In terms of
I mean, I don't even need
prepared.
to face this guy. But, you know what?
Face your fears?
Nope.
Start playing
Zubat battle first.
Start playing that Hikaru Utada song. It's the theme for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay.
Instead of Sanctuary or Simple and Clean, it's Face Your Fears or Face My Fears, I think.
Let's do this.
It's actually a rather lovely song. I get a lot of people think it's a little too much of the Skrillex and not enough of the
I
Utada,
permit you to take notes. Okay. 11 Zubat. Oh, is this not the guy? Am I gonna think every Team Rocket Grunt is the one guy?
He's the guy. No, he's the guy. They do all look alike, so it's not exactly the worst case
Uniforms,
scenario.
Man. The thing about this, so there's something called the cheerleader effect, which is people look more attractive, more confident, all these things when they're in groups, especially when they're wearing a similar outfit, like a uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these Team Rocket Grunts
are
alone.
Oh.
They lose any benefit they get by wearing the uniform. They basically just paint a target at themselves. Oh, this is the Ekans. Okay. I actually need to worry about poison here, but I got steel type, so we should be fine.
I mean, you've got a steel type move.
Yeah.
But poison will
still
still
it's
hurt
ground,
you.
Not steel.
Yeah.
That's super effective against poison.
Poison you can't poison a steel type. That's what's
Yeah.
cool. And look, like this Paris, I am a poison type. Should be like, not great against Paris, but I know this flying type move, which is good against grass and bug, so this Paris doesn't stand a chance.
Do I want someone else to come finish off the Ekans for XP?
I wouldn't, just in case they get poisoned.
Well, I have antidote.
Sure.
Bunch of antidote.
Waste your antidotes then. Waste your money.
No, I'm wrapped. I can't be switched out.
Haha. The Ekans wishes to be killed by only a master class skipper.
You picked the certified building professional.
Only the best for that Ekans. He's a high class man. Snake. Creature.
He is the snake in my boot.
Ah, snakes in boots. That would be one of the worst things to find in your boot. Is a snake.
But I'm sure there are many places where that is at least a common concern. You are confused, by the way.
I'm confused. What? No! Mr. Darcy! It's okay, Mr. Darcy.
Oh, hey, look. Do like a quarter of your health to yourself.
It's okay. Mr. Darcy's cool. He understands.
No, he doesn't. He's confused.
He will understand when he's not confused. And look, took no damage because Astonish doesn't affect Macbeth. Because Macbeth is not scared of ghosts. Because he's immune to ghosts. If he was Hamlet, he would not be.
That is the most cultured joke you've made so far. And I'm gonna give you a little round of applause for that.
Oh, I could have switched him back in. Well, that's it. That's the most intelligent thing I'm gonna say this entire game. Is that joke right there. Everything else is gonna be less cultured and less intelligent by the day. We're gonna get to episode like 72 and it's just gonna be like me going gah. And then people in the comments will be like, remember when this show peaked back in episode 6?
Comment.
Why are we still here? You still haven't beat Misty yet. Do you think they'll ever get past the second gym? They've been in Mount Moon for an awful long time. You think they got lost? And the answer is no. I've memorized Mount Moon like the back of my hand. Not even more than the back of my hand. Because my back of my hand, I feel like, changes every time I look at it. Not in a bad way, but in a like, does anyone ever pay attention to the back of their hand? Like, really look at it?
I do, specifically for that reason.
So you could just say, I know it better than the back of my hand and be right?
Yeah, pretty much. I just remember watching the Robots movie, and Robin Williams like, I know this place like the back of my hand, looking at his hand. Oh, hey, that's new. And some
then
little...
dying? Like, being
getting shot into the giant Rube Goldberg transportation system. No, for some reason that movie really inspired me, even though I don't really like it. Like, it's a classic that I remember every part of, but it's not, like, great.
Or a classic.
Like, there's some movies I remember all the parts of because they're, like, amazing. And I'm like, oh, that's so well done. Oh, that's so cool. But this was just, like...
Yeah, but you also really like Surf's Up.
Because it's a cinematic masterpiece.
But no!
It's got amazing soundtrack, voice talent work, very high-quality animation, a great narrative arc.
No, it's about surfing penguins.
Yeah, it uses a dumb premise and gives it so much meaning.
What is the meaning behind surfing penguins?
You have multiple penguins searching for resolutions to an early death of their father and looking for a new father figure. They have penguins trying to find meaning through their competition, realizing they're more than just the numbers that someone gives them, that this athletic competition, this game that they play is not just about the material value that you can get from it. Realizing that they have to go away from home to really become something. There's plenty in Surf's Up. That's just the main character. Then you have the side characters who are going through years of guilt and, you know, living in their own pit of shame and trauma, hiding away from everything. You have someone who's completely devoted themselves, taking care of others that have thought for themselves, and now feels bad about being any hint of selfish.
I hope you realize the entire time that you're talking.
Yeah, you're muting me.
No,
yeah.
I'm going to edit into this video just a small sign that Gretchen Good's figured that just says he's talking about Surf's Up, like, so that no one forgets.
You have one
as much
character
as you say, oh, and his father figure and the deep trauma. It's because of
it's
Surf's
maybe not
Up.
super correct, but you have one character exploring relations with the indigenous peoples of a capitalist Haven Island.
You know what? Sure.
And there's useful medical knowledge. You know how to deal with urchin stings.
Sure, I'm sure the penguins know the best way to deal with urchin stings in a modern medical universe.
I'm glaring at you right now. I'm sorry, a Surf's Up rant will be over unless...
No, I want
unless Gale
you know
has
what?
a
I want the next
desire to bring this back.
next episode. I'm going to remember the next episode is going to just be titled Surf's Up. And I'm just gonna let you go on for like a half an hour.
Just talking about the plot.
I
need to do like an extended video essay about Surf's Up. That's what I need to do.
Yes, start writing it. I will edit it for you. I will put the visual. You just have to talk, and I will make the Surf's Up video essay. That's just like Surf's Up, and why Surf's Up is apparently so good. That you need to love it.
Speaking of the next episode, we're just about hitting the 30-minute mark.
And then we'll finish after these battles, because you know they gotta know whether or not we can beat these Onyx.
I beat the Onyx.
Onyxi. Onyxi? Onyxes?
Onyx?
Onyxen.
Oxeny?
There's no Oxeny.
Oxenix?
What are you talking about now? You've lost
There
me.
are some words, usually I believe from French, where you put the plural change in the middle of the word. Like cul-de-sac. The plural is cols-de-sac.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that just because there's like a hyphen de sac?
Yeah, but I know there's one or two other words where you do that. I don't remember what the other ones are. You got the moonstone.
Mr. Darcy is level 16. Do you know what that means?
That means you're gonna keep it from evolving so that you can make it cute forever?
No, it's gonna become even cuter. Look at that boy. It's gonna become an even cuter.
Well, you do that, I'm gonna
boy.
scorch this Paris. And hopefully level up to level 20.
Oh, look at that baby boy. Evolving so beautifully. Oh yeah, look at that face. That's a face every mother could love.
Yeah, it has like 3 teeth.
3
Maybe
visible
4.
teeth because of pixels. But
But
with that,
I don't care about smokescreen.
we don't care about smokescreen. End of episode. Smokescreen.
Flash bomb.
I
No,
don't.
smoke bomb. Shoot.
I don't think I have an effect for that though. But that's okay, because we're gonna end the episode anyways. So we will see you guys next time on Gale and Darling's Pokemon Nuzlocke Run. Bye-bye!
Bye.